Hi y'all. So I don't know if I'm gonna post this video. This is simply a talking video, and it is just about what it's like working in a fast food restaurant. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I didn't take notes. I should have took notes. Maybe I'll take notes and record a video tomorrow, but let me just get right into the topic. So I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant, but I was working at a fast food restaurant for 10 months, and I was trying to make at least a year there. I wasn't trying to become manager. I was a team member, but I was trying to at least become a trainer and then a cross trainer eventually. I wasn't trying to skip anyone else. I was just, waiting my turn, but I was trying to become a trainer and taking it kind of seriously and work there at least for 1 year. But I ended up getting fired because why did I get fired? The main manager, the GM, um, she didn't like my work ethic, and she kind of like, to her, I wasn't working as hard as I should. But honestly, I feel like I was doing my job well. So, what is it like working in fast food? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. It's not super demanding, but it is demanding. Um, it's a lot of pressure. You're serving the public, so you have to make sure that everything is good. You have to make sure all the food is good. You have to make sure that, you know, you're packing people's food correctly, you're making the food correctly. So that's a lot of pressure. You have to make sure you're working fast. When you close, you have to make sure that you're literally closing down the entire, kitchen, not the entire kitchen by yourself, but your station, and you and your coworkers are closing down the entire kitchen basically by yourself with the help of the managers. And same thing when you're opening. What else? There's not much to say. Like, I'm not gonna go into like a deep detail because honestly, working at that job was a good experience for me. Um, I don't know, like, the coworkers were nice. There were like a few times where I felt like jealousies from some of the other girls, but I mean that's life. Like, sometimes other women are gonna be jealous of you. So that's everywhere, unfortunately. But other than that, everyone was pretty nice. It was kind of like a family environment, and um it was a good opportunity. The pay, honestly, I was getting money, but the pay really wasn't worth it. Like, you take taxes out of it. I'm gonna be honest, I was working 3 days and I was getting like 300 and something a week. So when I say it like that, it was money. But in my heart, I felt like it wasn't a lot of money. But yeah. Also, it's a lot of politicking as well because, like, all right, so like at least 60% of the people working there want to become a manager or a trainer, not because they want to make that their career, but because we're all in our 20s. I was actually one of the oldest people working there. I was 24. There were girls there that were like older than me. There were a few guys that were older than me as well. But I was one of the oldest working there. A lot of 22-year-olds, 23, 22, 23, yeah, some 20-year-olds. So, yeah, like everyone in their 20s is like, I'm working here. I might as well try to become a trainer. So, because of that, it was a lot of pressure to succeed and to just, show that you were on top of everything. So, yeah, it was a lot of pressure to just show that you had potential to become a trainer, to become a manager, all of that. And it was a lot of competition, even though it was still a healthy work environment for the most part. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it's gonna be a short video because it was a healthy environment, compared to most workplaces. So the vibes were good, energy was high. So there's not much to say. When it comes to the food was good. I'm trying to be vegetarian, not 100% vegetarian, but a 90 or 80% vegetarian. So part of me felt guilty because we're selling like, chicken and everything, but that's life. Also, I didn't feel that guilty because it's a social place, you know, so people go there to celebrate. People go there for lunch. Families go there. People go there on dates. People go there with their friends. So it's like families, everything. So it's a place of celebration. That's how I would try and look at it, you know, to make up for the fact that it's like, yeah, we are selling chicken and we're selling beef as well. But, you know, it's okay because it's a celebration and the food is still good and it's once in a blue, you know? So, yeah. Even though, you know, some people, they're going to order that food every day and more power to them. I'm not going to judge them as well, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like when you eat fast food once in a blue is a celebration, that's a positive thing. So, yeah, I didn't feel bad about that. What else? I'm trying to think of something else to say. The managers were nice. And everything was good, you know? It's just a little bit, the hours were okay. It was just kind of sad. It was kind of tiring. Like, after you would leave for work, you would be tired. Also, when I was younger, I used to work in the kitchen as well. So, and I worked in a restaurant, like a fancy restaurant, a dining restaurant, and I worked on the cold line. And then in this job right here, it is a restaurant, but it's a fast food restaurant. I worked on the cold line, and it was like literally the same thing. So it's like, you know, these fast food jobs, you're literally like low-key or like a chef in a way, you know? So that's another thing. You're a chef, you're a line cook. So that's a big job. That's an important job. I'm not saying it's like the same as being a surgeon or being a doctor, you know, or you know what I mean. It's not the same as being an engineer, but it's still, you know, a real job, and it's still a lot of responsibility. So you got to come in there serious, ready to work, and yeah, ready to clean, ready to overextend yourself when that need be. Also, some days it's gonna be slow, so you know, when it's slow, you have to, you know, have that mental balance to know that it's time to, like, you know, clean and everything. And yeah, so it's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, it's a high energy job, good vibes. So if you want a steady job, it's not steady, but if you want just like a little job for income, then I suggest that over retail. And that was my experience working in fast food. I did get fired. That's my first time getting fired. And I've had problems in other jobs before. When I was working as a waitress, I'm not going to say none of the jobs' names, but when I was working as a waitress in one restaurant, like, I had to quit because they just kept putting so much pressure on me. I was also takeout, and it's like, there would be mistakes, and they would blame it all on me, like, I'm not doing my job. And I hate when people think that I'm not doing my job. That's going to make me not want to do my job. So, yeah. And this was kind of a similar situation in my heart. That's what I felt like. And then, you know, we had been speaking before, the manager, so she just said, well, yeah, we're gonna let you go. And I don't know, I'm not gonna look too deep into it. The other managers thought I was doing a good job, you know, so whatever. But overall, I'm not gonna, like, you know, I don't feel like I was slighted in any way. I actually was low-key, it was a blessing too, because I filed for unemployment. So that's low-key a blessing, you know, not even gonna lie. Like, that's a whole blessing. Thank you. And yeah, overall it was good. I made friends, I made acquaintances, more social skills and all of that. So that was good. And yeah, so that was it. That was my experience working at a fast food restaurant. I always kind of wanted to know what it was like working in fast food. So now I know what it's like. I worked there for 10 whole months, trying to make it for a year at least. But I made it for 10 months. That was my job, you know? So it was a good experience, you know, a good memory, a good thing that has happened in life, you know? So I'm not going to complain. If you want to work fast food, go ahead, work fast food, but definitely put yourself first, put your career first, And put your mental health and your self-care first as well. Especially if you're in your mid-20s or older, definitely. Don't just, overextend yourself at the job and, get tired. It's not. But it's a good job. Overall, you could do it. Even me looking back, there were some things I could have dealt with even better. You know what I mean? But it's easy. So it's a lot of work, but it's manageable, And that was my experience. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to also subscribe, please. And also, if you want to, please leave a comment. Have any questions, you can go ahead and leave a comment. I'll try my best to answer them. And yeah, take care.